Now to that record-breaking heat wave smothering the West. Cities like Las Vegas and Denver are shattering their records for the month of March.
Smoke from ongoing wildfires in Canada is stretching across large parts of the U.S.
Across the country, summer has meant record heat, triple-digit temperatures, wildfire smoke, and dangerous conditions. For a lot of RVers, it's meant running the air conditioners nonstop and spending more time inside than outside.
Already sweltering conditions are about to crank up.
But this has been our reality. Cool mornings, comfortable afternoons in the 70s, evenings where we can sit outside without melting. And somehow, we're camping here for about $17 a night. We originally planned to stay for a much shorter time, but while nearly everywhere else in the country stayed hot, this place just kept getting harder to leave. So where are we? How is it this cheap, and what's the catch? We're Barry and Darlene from Like There's No Tomorrow. We've been living and traveling full-time in our RV for nearly 5 years, sharing the honest side of RV life, the costs, the challenges, the lessons and adventures along the way. And this summer, instead of fighting the heat, we decided to let the weather help us choose our next destination. That decision brought us here, to Chimacum, Washington, on the northeastern side of the Olympic Peninsula. This is a part of the country we knew almost nothing about, but it may be one of the best kept secrets for summer RV travel. The Olympic Mountains help create a rain shadow over this side of the peninsula, bringing drier, milder weather than people expect from Western Washington. Chimacum also makes a great home base. We're just minutes from the Victorian waterfront town of Port Townsend, with easy access to Olympic National Park, Hood Canal, beaches, historic forts, hiking trails, and small coastal communities in nearly every direction. Add in surprisingly affordable camping, and we quickly realized this wasn't just a place to escape the heat, it was a place worth staying a while.
Well, hey guys, welcome to Chimacum, Washington.
We are at the Evergreen Coho RV Park, and I gotta tell you, we don't normally do campground reviews.
Nope.
That's usually not our thing, but the day that we pulled in here, I was just like, we have to do a review of this park because it is so beautiful and it's such a great deal.
That's right. So it is so centrally located that it's perfect for summer, but even more so, the weather, guys, the weather here for summer is just perfection.
Yeah, we are mid-July. In the morning we get up, it's anywhere from 40 to 50 degrees, and then usually in the afternoon, the most it gets up to is in the 70s. So this is the primo summer spot, at least as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, so I know a lot of you are on heat wave central out there in the US, so this is a rider downer, but now let's show you around. How cute is this? So all around this park, there are all these great little sitting spots and little really pretty landscaped spots that the people that live here actually maintain. And it is just so cute. We'll take you around and show you some more. So you guys know we boondock most of the time. But when I started looking in this area, I wasn't finding much. And there's a lot of trees, and you know, we're 40 feet long. And so I was just like, I didn't want to get into like the too rustic places where we might have a hard time maneuvering around. I used the RV Life Trip Wizard, and then I just started narrowing it down to the area. And this area is so awesome because there is so much to do. So there, you know, you have all the water totally around you, all of these really cool ports, all of these little cool coastal cities, fishing, hiking, you're close to the national park. And then I started finding all these really cool festivals, which one of them we're going to take you to, and it's mind-blowing. It's awesome. So I really wanted to kind of be in an area that was central to a lot of things. And that's why I kind of narrowed it down to this one. Then I started reading the reviews, and like every review was a 5-star review. And it looked super charming, which it totally is. So sometimes digging deeper and going into the mom and pop places that maybe aren't in the biggest whoop-de-doo city in the area, maybe go into the small communities, because just down the street, this Chimacum is so cute. And it is definitely a local feel, which is a totally different vibe than, say, you go to Port Angeles or something like that. So it's definitely worth getting off the beaten path to find these hidden gems.
Hey guys, I wanted to break in here real quick. I got something that really solved a big problem for us with our RV. So you may have watched our stabilization video. If you haven't, you should watch it if your RV is still shaking and shimmying and it gets on your nerves. So we installed the JT Strong Arms on our RV thanks to eTrailer. They sponsored the video, and the JT Strong Arms are awesome. They create these braces on your jacks. But the problem is that our back jacks, like most RVs, you know, we have a huge amount of the RV that's still extending beyond the back jacks, and that's where we spend most of our time. Our computers are back there, and so what was happening was I was sitting down at my desk every morning. I get up long before Darlene does. I was sitting there just minding my own business, and she can still feel the RV shaking and shimmying even when she's in bed, even with the JT Strong Arms. So the solution was this, which we got from eTrailer. It's made by MORryde. It's called the RVers I-Beam Mounted Stabilizer. And these things, there's so many things I love about this. Number one is that, as you can see, it's super portable, no big deal. I think it weighs less than 10 pounds. But even better, not only is it lightweight and easy to transport, it's also extremely easy to install. Let me show you. So if you have a fifth wheel, I think this is really just like mandatory equipment. So I wanted something that was either going to be super easy to install or just like a permanent install. I didn't want something that was hard to install that I had to take on and off of the RV all the time. So this met my qualifications. So let me just show you real quick how this thing works. Step one is to extend the brace, put the pin in it. Step two is to pin the brace up against the chassis and put it flat like that, and do the same thing on the other side. So step three is to spread this ratchet strap between the two braces. Ratchet it down. It's just that easy. So as you can see, the process really takes less than 2 minutes, and then you just do the same thing in reverse to take it down. I absolutely love it, but more importantly, we love the effect of it. It absolutely keeps this RV super rigid. We are now solid as a rock. So if you're not familiar with eTrailer, they are a one-stop shop for pretty much everything that you need for your RV, but especially all that stuff that you're not exactly sure if it's going to fit. Anything for your truck, anything for your RV, anything that has to do with towables or racks, but so much more than that. eTrailer is an excellent source of people that you can actually physically call. It's not like Amazon where you can't really get your questions answered, but you can go to eTrailer. You can actually call them on the phone. Somebody will actually answer. And they're there 7 days a week. They're located in Missouri, so they're an American company. eTrailer is who we trust because not only do they sell these products, but they also install them themselves. They've done tens of thousands of installs right there at their facility. So they understand this stuff. They know if it's going to fit. They know what challenges that you might run into trying to put it on your particular trailer. So absolutely give eTrailer a call whenever you need something for your RV.
Of course, a great campground is only part of what made this day so special. There's so much to see and do around here, and with temperatures staying mostly in the 70s, we've had nearly perfect weather to get out and enjoy it all. Our friends, the Robinsons, the folks who bought our last RV, blessed us with a day on the water, where we enjoyed great company, epic views of Seattle from the boat, and we even docked and visited the charming Viking town of Poulsboro. We spent a Saturday in Port Townsend, starting at the farmer's market, before strolling through the downtown and waterfront areas. This is only a glimpse of an area packed with history and charm. Closer to camp, Finn River Farm and Cidery in Chimacum became one of those places we kept going back to. It had everything we hoped to find in a small Pacific Northwest town during the summer. And one of our favorite adventure days took us along Hood Canal, where we enjoyed the scenic drive, hiked the Fall Views Canyon Trail, and finished the day with oysters at the Hamma Hamma Oyster Saloon.
Well, this is our spot. Now, at this park, you have several different options. Water and electric, there are full hookups, and there's also dry camping, which is really, really unique for a campground to have all of those things, which definitely adds to why this place is so special. There's a little something for everyone. But our space is water and electric. I will say they're a little tight, but honestly, the first week and a half almost that we were here, we had no one around us. And then the weekends get a little busy and then people kind of go in and out. We did get this spot for a month, and that is how we got it down to what technically is about $17 a day. You pay electric on top of that. Now, I haven't got my bill yet, but maybe by the time this is edited, I'll have that information. I'll put it on the screen for you. So just to break down that pricing for you, just so you know, so water and electric, $16.65 a day or $516 a month plus electric. If you do a week water and electric, it's like $23 a day or $161. Not bad. If you do full hookups, the difference is that jumps up to $619 a month plus electric. Again, totally great deal. So you can see how it's really, even their full electric spots are very, very reasonable. So dry camping is $15 a day with a 7-day max. Now, there are slightly different amounts for the different seasons. So I think June through August is their summer season. That's probably the pricing I just gave you. It goes down a little bit more during the other parts of the year, which obviously are a lot colder, not peak season. But I'll say it again, so reasonable compared to everywhere else we've been lately. And you're near so much stuff. So let's take you around the site just so you can kind of see what's what. So you might be wondering, what's the catch? Why is it so inexpensive? Well, this park is part of the Escapees network. Escapees is like an RV membership, and there's a lot of different stuff that's under the membership. We have been Escapees members since day one, 5 years ago when we hit the road. They are who we use for our domicile address and also our mail service. So all of our mail is sent to an address that they gave us, and then we can call for that mail or have it scanned whenever we want it. So also being part of the Escapees membership gives you all kinds of different discounts. And I went and looked on there so I wouldn't miss anything, but there's discounts on roadside assistance, tires, again, the mail service, the domicile, the RV park discounts, there's a bunch of them, insurance, extended warranties, plus you get access to their online community, and also the events. The events are what we really took advantage of the most in the last 5 years. We went to a lot of the escapers events, which they call it the working age nomad kind of events. I won't even say that that's really what it is. It's just a whole bunch of RV people who like to get together and have a whole lot of fun. So it's a really great way to network with other RVers, to meet up with people, to have that sense of community. So we had never stayed in one of their RV parks before. So this was really the first time. We had heard about it from a lot of the other Escapees members, but we have been so pleasantly surprised by this entire stay. So as far as availability goes, the summer is their most challenging time to get in because everybody wants to be here. So you'll definitely want to think ahead if you want it for an extended period of time. We were trying to get a month, and to get the full hookup spots, we couldn't get a month in a row. We'd have to move around, and we didn't really want to do that. But if you're willing to move around spots, I'm sure they could keep you here for that long. The water and electric only, we were able to stay in one spot for the month. And again, the dry camping is only 7 days. So you got lots of options, which is awesome. So the deal with the escapees is you have to join to get access to all this great stuff. And we have an extra discount for you. So this is, as far as I know, the highest discount I've seen out there, which is 20% off. You pay it once a year. And then if some of the things have an extra charge, like the mail service and things like that, but a lot of it's included. So you get it right away. So you can come stay at an escapees park like this right away. So which is a really great benefit. So I'll put that info on the screen. You can scan it, you can check it out and use the code that I put on the screen as well to get that 20% off.
I think it's pertinent that we should point out that these spaces are actually owned by the people who own these individual spots. So you have to lease them out, and you have to be an escapees member to do that. So this is not like a resort where they have employees that sort of wait on you, like you mentioned Margaritaville. They don't, it's not that kind of vibe. This is more, these are folks that own this. Obviously they take a ton of pride, especially in the landscaping and just the way that they take care of things, which I love. But so with this clubhouse back there, these are just community activities that they do. They have ice cream socials every Sunday, $2 for a bowl. It's you know, and they're just really sweet people. Everybody we've seen has been super friendly. They just ride around the park and they wave and they're happy to be here.
Yeah, and they're happy you're here too. So it's really great. It's a mix of obviously your normal, a lot of retirees and things like that. It is a 55+ park, just so you know. But they're so welcoming, and it really does add to the charm of the place. And the clubhouse is right behind us here, and they have so many activities for residents and for those of you just visiting. So they have a whole schedule they'll give you, and you can see what's going on at all times. I mean everything from like, I think they do a yoga together, and then like Barry said, the ice cream social, to all kinds of different hobbies and things like that. So it is one of those really great active parks, which I love.
Yeah, but then the amenities are really the things that are very practical and what you need. From our perspective, since we have a spot that has electric and water but no dump, we love to shower in the clubhouse because the showers, the hot water lasts for a really long time, and you can take as long as showers as you want, and they're super clean. Yeah. Gotta love that. And Darlene, well, I did the laundry recently, so I myself also love the laundromat because the prices are very reasonable.
Yeah, it is a really great deal. As you travel, if you're full-time, you know, you sometimes see washers and dryers for $3, $3.50 each load. Yeah, so much more affordable here. I think it was $1.75. And also all around the outskirts are walking paths, and it's really, really cute. We're gonna take you there. We'll take you around and show you, because the dog park is definitely a nice little plus here too.
The cool weather and low campground cost are what brought us here, but they're not the only reasons we decided to stay longer. Once we started exploring, we realized there was far more to see and do in this area than we ever expected. So we changed our plans, extended our time here, and kept exploring. In our next video, we'll show you more details of the places, food, and experiences that made this area too good to leave. Be sure to like and subscribe to ensure you don't miss a thing. For now, we're going to keep enjoying those cool mornings while we can.